Dad dumped me 2 days before my birthday.
My mom's been in rehab for a week. Is my family ruined?
I can't concentrate and I can't sleep. What is wrong with me?
I only got accepted at my safety school. I feel like a failure.
Students at Martindale High School were stressed about what was going on in their lives. School, homework, grades, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, frenemies, bullies, families, appearance, money, expectations, the future. There were situations they didn't like, people they didn't understand, and events they couldn't control. What could they do about their stress? What can you do about your stress? Start with some questions. What is stress? What does it look like, sound like, feel like? Why am I stressed? How is stress affecting me? And the big question, what can I do about it? If you had to come up with a definition of stress, could you?
It's like there's a wind pulling at me in 18 different directions and it's just stretching out and pulling harder. It's like a roller coaster that you just can't get off of.
It's like a hurricane of feelings and emotions.
Good descriptions. Stress is as old as we are, mankind that is. Tension is our body's fight or flight response. It is built into our DNA. Stress was designed to be a good thing a very long time ago. Suppose you were thrown back in time to the caveman days. You suddenly came upon a huge woolly mammoth. Your body would use fight or flight stress to signal this was a dangerous situation. Adrenaline would surge through your body. You know that feeling. You had two choices: stay and fight the mammoth, or go with flight and run away as fast as you could. It was reasonable to choose flight. Today, life has changed, and a ferocious animal rarely confronts you. But what if you see your ex-girlfriend and her new boyfriend coming down the hall? Do you stop and say hi, or do you duck around the corner before they see you? It's a stressful situation, and what you do is up to you. Feeling anxious can be our body's way of telling us we need to change some part of our life. In that way, stress can be good. Which brings us to the fact that there are two kinds of stress. Distress is the destructive type that threatens your physical and emotional well-being. Believe it or not, there is also good stress. It's called eustress. Eustress motivates you to do your best. Think of it more as excitement than fear. The first time you try something new, eustress can help you follow through.
I get it. Stress was distress when I got into an accident the first week after I got my license. It wasn't my fault and nobody got hurt, but I couldn't stop shaking. Then stress was eustress when I was nervous, but mostly excited, about the first day of an internship at Logan Industries.
Yes, the two types of stress can determine how your day goes. Will the day bring dark skies of distress? Or will you wake up to a sunny day of eustress? To keep your stress at a level you can handle, you'll want to recognize any symptoms you have. There are a lot of them. Next, you'll want to use smart strategies to manage pressure situations. Stress symptoms and strategies are exactly what we'll talk about in the next two sections. You now know what stress is, that there are two kinds. Distress affects your life negatively. Eustress is the good stress that pushes you to do your best. And you've seen examples of stressful situations. But how do you know if you are experiencing stress? Is freaking out the only way to tell? Well, it's one sign, but there are other ways to take your stress temperature. Actually, your temperature may show your stress level. In the 1970s, mood rings were a big trend. They're still around today. The idea is, you can tell what kind of mood someone is in by the color of their ring. The stone supposedly changes color depending on the person's temperature. For example, blue is for calm, red is for energetic, Green is for normal stress. Black is for very anxious and tense, and there are shades in between. Is it fun? Yes. Is it magic? No. But it does show that stress can cause changes in your body. It can also affect your mind and spirit. When your body, mind, and spirit are in harmony, your life works best. Let's leave the mood ring and check for other symptoms. There are a lot of them, and they can be confusing. As we look at signs of stress, see if any of them apply to you. If you are having problems sleeping, it could mean that you are out of balance in some way.
All I want to do is sleep and sleep, and yeah, sleep some more.
Jeff can barely drag himself out of bed. Mackenzie has the opposite problem. She can't stay asleep.
I'm so tired. I didn't sleep much last night. I think about my problems over and over, and I just can't sleep.
Too much sleep or too little sleep can keep you from reaching your goals.
When I get nervous, I eat everything I can find.
I get upset. Then I lose my appetite. It's not healthy, I know.
Yes, anxiety overload can cause someone to eat way too much or very little, and to eat unhealthy foods. If you realize you have a big change in your eating habits, think stress. Everyone can get sick once in a while. However, if you are sick a lot and frequently missing school, consider stress as a cause. A racing heart, excessive sweating, even a rash might be a signal to look at your lifestyle.
I'm usually pretty nice, but I get crabby, even mean when I get anxious about something. It's none of your business!
Did a friend ever transform into another person right before your eyes? And was the new person not so great? It could be a sign of extreme anxiety. Tension and anxiety can also lead to trouble concentrating.
When stuff bothers me a lot, I just can't concentrate. I read the same page over and over again. The words just don't stick in my brain. Stress is not good for my GPA.
I'm not admitting anything, but I know kids who drink and do drugs when they're confused, when they don't have control. Sure, they have fun for a while, but that doesn't change anything. It makes stress worse.
People make bad choices for all kinds of reasons. Often, though, substance abuse, sexual activity, and criminal behavior start as misguided ways to deal with stress. You might not think reckless driving has anything to do with stress, but it is a symptom. Impulsive behavior is a warning sign. Do you know anyone who treats a credit card like play money? Buying things can be a happy distraction from real-life problems. But when the bill comes, there can be a bigger problem: how to pay for the charges they couldn't afford in the first place. Do you have any of these stress symptoms? If so, at least you're not alone. And when you see some very workable ways to handle stress, you'll feel even better. We'll look at strategies next. The Martindale High School teens were still stressed. They were ready to handle their anxiety. And now was the time. They were about to discover helpful ways to reduce tension and anxiety. Sometimes you can change the facts of a stressful situation. Most of the time, you can't, but you can always control how you react. There are two types of stress reducers. First are quick tips to deal with pressure. Second are ongoing strategies to strengthen your body, mind, and spirit so you can handle challenges big and small whenever they come up. On-the-spot techniques can work for immediate problems. Are you ever so mad you're afraid you're going to start a fight or throw the ultimate embarrassing tantrum? Leave the scene until you can cool down and control your temper and actions. When you're overwhelmed, break for breathing. Spend a few minutes taking deep breaths, the kind where you inhale for 5 counts and then exhale for 5 counts. Do the exercise at least 10 times. The oxygen swirling in your body will calm you and give you time to consider your options. Share a laugh with a friend. Heard a good joke? Seen a funny movie? Laugh for fun. That deep, silly belly laugh that almost makes you cry. Laugh off your stress for a moment. Head outside for a few minutes in the fresh air. Maybe take a short walk. Time away in nature can give you a new outlook on a problem. Pet a puppy. How can you be unhappy when a cute dog wags his tail or begs for your attention? Studies show spending time with animals can reduce a person's blood pressure. Plus, they are so sweet. Sometimes stress turns dark. If you are so filled with anxiety that you feel physically ill, see a doctor right away. Don't take chances with your health. Is someone threatening you? Do you feel unsafe in any way? Call for help immediately. Use these quick tips when you need to interrupt your stress pattern. Stop, relax, and refocus. There are also many long-term strategies that can help you cope with the bumps and boulders in the road. Instead of getting rid of all anxiety, the goal is to manage your stress, to become resilient. You become resilient when you bounce back from situations that used to upset you. You bounce back when your body becomes stronger, your mind becomes clearer, and your spirit becomes more centered. To energize your body, eat healthy foods and exercise at a level that is best for you. You can practice new mental skills to improve your everyday accomplishments and relationships with others. You feed your spirit when you relax and let go of the negative messages that keep you from being your true self. Although you can't always change events or people, you can handle them in a more positive way, a way that will cut down on the stress you feel.
I'm ready to listen. I'm tired of being angry.
I'm tired of being tired.
I need help with tough situations.
Then we're ready. First up is food, the ultimate stress fighter. Okay, put the junk food on the table. That includes those giant drinks. High-fat foods loaded with salt don't build your body. They tear it down. Sweet foods and drinks give you an immediate energy surge, but it doesn't last. Your energy spikes, then crashes. When you reach for the caffeine and sweets again, you repeat the spike then crash cycle. Each time puts more stress on your body. When your blood sugar level takes a dive, you can quickly lose focus and lose your temper. Changing your diet will make you more resilient. Keep your energy level steady. You'll be able to handle anxious times much better. Let's do a quick menu makeover. Donuts and soda for breakfast? Out. In, whole grain cereal with milk and some fruit. Also in, whole grain toast with peanut butter and a banana on the side. Time for lunch. Burger and fries. Out. In, turkey on whole grain bread. Also in, a salad loaded with vegetables and lean meat. Snacks. Say goodbye to anything that rustles when you pick up the package. If it's slathered in chocolate, skip it. That goes for energy bars. The word energy is more about advertising than food facts. You could find some vitamins in the bars, but for sure you'll find lots of sugar. Instead, try some veggies and low-fat dip or hummus, whole grain crackers and string cheese, trail mix, nuts, or air-popped popcorn. Dinner. Maybe something fried then smothered in melted cheese would appeal to you, but resist if you can. Instead, choose from all the food groups: whole grains, vegetables, fruits, proteins, dairy, and a small amount of healthy fat. One way to get a start on a nutrient-filled dinner is to try a stir-fry, or add lots of vegetables to a whole grain pasta dish. Experiment. Soon you'll feel how foods can balance your energy and emotions. Are your tennis shoes thrown in the back of the closet? Well, dig them out. They'll take you to one of the best stress reducers there is: exercise.
I'm not an athlete.
Are you stressed out?
Yeah, who isn't?
Would you walk around the block a few times if you could feel more relaxed?
Yeah, I actually would.
Exercise is a natural tranquilizer. When you work out, play sports, swim laps, or just take a long walk, your body will release beta endorphins. These hormones can put you in a better mood. They can also reduce pain and boost immunity. Exercise is a good way to keep your stress level in the safe zone. Once you add exercise to your agenda, you may notice you sleep better, solve problems more easily, and even develop new friendships. Get a good night's sleep may seem like unrealistic advice. After all, you have a lot to do. Really, though, you can deal with a busy, stressful day better when you're caught up on your sleep. You probably don't sleep with a security blanket anymore, but have you replaced it with your phone? Recent research suggests that 75% of teens who text and surf the internet may have trouble sleeping.
I text a couple friends before I go to bed at night. If they text back, I wake up and I text them again.
Let the texts wait until morning. On average, teens text or email more than 100 times a day, and a third of those messages often come right before or during normal sleep hours. Cut down on caffeine, especially at night. Add exercise during the day. Plus, turn off a distracted mind to help you sleep. Power down your TV, computer, and phone an hour before you go to bed. The next day, you'll be in a better mood, find it easier to concentrate, and handle stress. Don't be discouraged. Changing a habit takes time. Are your thoughts going in directions you don't want? Are you able to get your ideas across to others? Are your thoughts and actions organized and on task? Your mind can be the trigger that gets you into stress. On the other hand, your mental actions can also reduce the hassles that keep you from being the happy and productive you. Your mind guides your communication. When you talk to someone or reach out to a friend for help, your mind is cheering you on. One of the best ways to handle stress is to talk over your problems with a friend, a family member, or a professional. Just telling someone else what's bothering you can be a huge relief. They may offer some solutions you hadn't thought of. A lot of stress is caused by misunderstandings. Someone said something to you that hurt very much. They didn't mean to hurt you, but they did. Then you got mad and yelled. What you really wanted to say was,
What you said hurt my feelings, and I'm feeling really bad about myself right now.
but what you actually said was,
You're a loser. Nobody likes you, so I don't care about what you think.
instead of settling the misunderstanding, it gets worse. It seems that there is nowhere to go. But there is. Step back in the middle of a confrontation. You might think of a way to reduce the stress on the spot.
Maybe I made a bigger deal out of the class elections than I really meant.
Maybe I'm just mad because I wanted to run for president, but no one would nominate me.
Honest communication can stop stress in its tracks. What did you do today? Did you get everything done? Or did you leave important tasks unfinished? And did you feel worried, guilty, and stressed about that?
Yes, 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 and yes. What's with kids who get the best grades, play on teams, do activities and volunteer, have jobs, and fun? Where do they get the time? It's impossible.
It's not impossible. It's time management. Try this 3-step time plan to get more done and feel more relaxed. First, track your time. Second, make a to-do list. And third, prioritize your tasks. For at least 2 days, keep track of what you actually do. At the end of the day, add up how much time you spent on every activity. The great part about discovering how you spend your day is that you can make adjustments until your schedule is right for you. The second step is to make a to-do list. What do you have to do tomorrow?
I have classes all day, then I need to get a haircut before soccer practice, then I bust tables for 2 hours, then homework, regular stuff. Plus, I have a huge chemistry test Tuesday, and the history paper outline is due soon. I still have to fill out college apps, and I still need to stay in touch with everyone.
What's most important?
Everything.
To get a grip on time, set priorities for the items on your to-do list. Mark A for the most important and urgent tasks. Put B for important but not urgent tasks. List C for things that need to get done but aren't urgent or all that important. For Greg, classes were an A priority. Homework, the regular assignments, were also an A. He had some time to study for the chem test, so it was a B priority. Then there was the history outline. That could go to a B priority today and move to an A priority the next day after the chem test. Soccer practice was also an A. If he missed a practice, he was off the team. Work was actually a B priority. Greg had the option to switch shifts with someone. If Greg gets too overloaded, he may have to choose between work and soccer. Certainly not an easy choice. Sending out college applications is extremely important, but not urgent. They are a B priority and need to be completed soon, but not today. Greg can fit the haircut in whenever he has extra time. It's a C priority. Texts, computers, and TV are C priorities. They may be fun, but they aren't that important, and, except for a few texts, not that urgent. When Greg crosses off his finished A tasks, he can spend time on his B priorities. Greg can plan his to-do list more easily now that he realizes what's most important right now and what can be done at another time. He will be more relaxed and more productive when he knows how to manage time. What could you do today to make the most of your time? When your body is healthy and your mind uncluttered, stress will be less of a factor in how your day goes. Bring peace to your spirit to add even more balance to your life. Several stress-reducing techniques are all about being quiet. Take time to write in a journal. What's on your mind? Clarify a problem, and you are halfway to solving it. Be sure to end your entry with a few positive things that happened that day. Meditation is another quiet stress relief technique. Sit quietly and concentrate on your breathing. Let your mind wander where it wants to. Or try guided imagery. For example, imagine you are walking on a beach. The ocean is beautiful. You see someone in the distance. They have something important to tell you, something that will help you. What did they say? There are many ways to meditate, and many books and CDs to guide you. You might want to try an alternative stress relief technique. A massage can relax the built-up tension in your muscles. Teens are beginning to try Chinese acupuncture, one of the oldest ways to calm nerves. The acupuncturist places tiny needles at certain points on the skin to increase the body's energy flow. The method also reduces pain and releases those feel-good beta endorphins. Acupressure is similar to acupuncture. However, instead of needles, pressure is applied simply by touch. Just when you thought there was no way out of your stress mess, you've learned a number of proven ways to keep your tension from overwhelming your life. At times, though, you may need more serious help for a serious problem. If you are facing bullies every day, experiencing any type of abuse, or having dark thoughts about harming someone else or yourself, please tell an adult right away. Turn to your parents, neighbor, teacher, or counselor immediately. Some situations are too much for one person to deal with. There are networks of professionals who can help. Your life is important, and you deserve to be safe. And one last way to counter a stressful day? Laugh, laugh, and laugh some more. Laugh with friends, family, with people who are nice, and pets that are funny and loyal. The sun will come out tomorrow, and you will recognize situations that trigger stress, symptoms that let you know you are stressed, and solutions to keep your stress in balance. Stress. You can handle it. Really. Some of the students at Martindale High are very stressed. They need your help. What advice do you have? How could they cope with stress?
I just found out we're moving, and not to the next town, almost 500 miles away. I won't know anyone. I'm scared that I won't have any friends. I'm mad at my parents, and I'm stressed out about everything. What can I do?
I'm in 3 accelerated classes. I wanted to do it because I like people to think that I'm smart. Plus, it's good for college apps, but I'm overwhelmed. I stay up late and I get up early to study. If I quit, I'm a failure. What should I do?
My friend is sick, very sick. There is nothing I can do to make her well. I have no control. Is there anything I can do besides cry?
What does bipolar mean? My sister was just diagnosed with the disease. My mom is crying because she thinks it's her fault, Dad is worried because insurance won't pay for the treatment. Where do I fit in?
Most of my friends moved on to a different friend group this year. They're not mean to me, they just kind of ignore me. I did the same thing to my junior high friends last year, and now I know how they felt. It hurts to be left out. What can I do?
My mom got laid off. I guess that means fired because the job isn't coming back. We don't have enough money to live the way we used to. Can I still go to college? I don't know, and I'm not sleeping. How can I feel better?